work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a first down throw, gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Gone. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense. That's what I'm frustrated about, man.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Throwing again is gone. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And out will come the leader of this offense. And that, of course, is their signal caller. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Pushes him over. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 56 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Buying time to his left. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. $39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together. And we're kicking.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Darrell Taylor. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, A little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll set up a throw. And this one's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket. But still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes. Stretched. Dreamed. Going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Goff.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Goff. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown. Quarterback. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Open man right side is Shark. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Goff now looks to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered,
Williams loses the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery. So That will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. The Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 6 there on first.
On second down, Swift.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that. Description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
he would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw him coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
Back to throw again. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Levi Onwuzurike,
the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. So that one... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got it. You got it.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Right there, 56. Danny.
They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdowns in that ball game for Javonte Williams. We'll stay in the AFC West as we head west to Las Vegas to check in on the Silver and Black. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Told you to do that.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job, forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And just shedding him off there. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 4. Flush to his right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the game, numbers. On the year. And the Seahawks capitalize. Second and 1. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. He's got the speedster Goodwin.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And